They'll be calling you a radical. It's 30 years. 30 years from that tragic, horrific, freaking nightmare at Chernobyl. And I want everybody, all hands on deck, all freaking globalist fighters, all anti-nukers, anybody who gives a shit about the environment, the birds, about your children, about each other, about the human family, about Earth, about your food, about your own personal health. The propaganda machines are in full flight. These liars now, for instance, this is the same lie. Now this is the New York Times of black and yellow whores. Anybody participates in this black and yellow whores, oh, it's no different than the airplane thesis. It's here we go again with the nano potentials, as Dana calls them, the nuclear apologists, the scum. They're scum. They're criminals. They're beyond, I mean, they're criminals, please. Freaking Chernobyl has killed millions and millions of people and will for time and all eternity. You ain't never going back. And it's like the exclusion zone. Where do you draw the line? Am I safe here or here? People could go in there, of course. You can go in there, take your chances, come out, live there, take your chances. But we know factually, because of the Nevada test site, Marines, because of Chernobyl, what happens, is it going to kill every single person? Of course not. But the incidence of cancer goes like this, gigantic, kills massive amounts. Really? So you're willing to take that chance? Lottery at 3 Mile Island. What's that, Pennsylvania? What's New York City? Freaking Indian Point dumping into the Hudson. What's that? You're willing to play the reverse lottery. Go ahead. Go for it. Because, look, I got AML leukemia. After I watched Annika, I love that girl. Her and I did so much work, the Femin girl, before it was Femin. She died at 38. I watched my father die from it. I watched so many of my friends die from it. Then I got it. And I was so healthy and so strong. I'm telling you. Look, these people that go along with this PR propaganda machine are criminals. I mean, they're criminals. Barack Obama, I mean, come on. Barack Obama is the greatest puppet in human history. I'll go back to Teddy's line. Morgan's line about Teddy Roosevelt. We bought the son of a bitch and he wouldn't stay bought. Obama, they bought him lock, stock, barrel and he stayed bought. Yes, master, I'm Uncle Tom Obama. Yes, master, I'm Uncle Tom Obama. Yes, master, I'm Uncle Obama. Oh, of course, what an insult to Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom was trying to survive. This guy's trying to get rich. Look, he said it out of his own words. Barack Obama said it out of his own words. I'm going out of the Bill Clinton playbook. He lives in the bubble. Look, there's videos out there, 2008, this dumb puppet didn't even know what Hanford was. Hanford has a leak this big, dumping in what's a birth defect. I mean, you're willing to play this game. You're willing to poison your food. You're willing to poison the water, the jet stream. I mean, it's unbelievable. These are criminal rats. I mean, it's bad enough Chernobyl per se. Oh, we're going to put a sarcophagus over it 30 fucking years later. That'll be the same thing they'll be saying at Fukushima, Japan after they've killed the sea, which they have killed the sea. The salmon numbers, they go to sea to 4 to 5 years have plummeted. Oh, animals are coming back into the Ukraine. Remember, that part of the world, the Russian famine, they drained it off and made the Russian food basket. The animals coming back, well, so, of course, because you don't have the human pressure on them. You think about what this place was before the human pressure. I mean, the ecological gem that it was. I mean, I remember it even here when I was a kid. Wow, just the decline it has. I mean, the amount of species that have died just in my lifetime that have gone away extinct right here. It's like a woman told me, I tell everybody they trade their flowers and their hair in California for a shiny carnivore. She says, I don't have any eyes. She says, you're like a coelacanth or an ivory billed woodpecker or an anti-nuclear activist. They thought they had us all extinct. Well, they found a couple of us in the trees in Utah, in the sequoias in California, in the freaking, where'd you sleep last night, in the dead fucking tall pines of Georgia. It's outrageous that these PR firms will go along with this. Now, Hillary's emails have proved it. Holdren's emails, WikiLeaks, which I've had them the whole time. Look, they've come right out and said, Hillary's come right out and said in her emails, don't you love it how she's a feminist and you got Hummer writing her scripts for it. Now, you know who she's married to. Yeah, real feminist. She's still the Wiener Boy. Yeah, Anthony Wiener, that's her husband. She's still married. Remember, I will quit. I said, I'm going to rehab. Did it again. I mean, these are real feminists. They're a disgrace to a feminist. It's outrageous. I love it how the right, the far right, the Ayn Randers have been sold a bill of goods that this is all, you can poison the earth and anything you want. The left, mommy told me I was smart. Well, mommy lied to you. Here you got Trump, a Hamiltonian, with an R in front of his name. I mean, it's easy. It just proves how easy the sheep are freaking postured. Oh, Chernobyl's not that bad. It's okay. Go back. No, I mean, it's gone forever. 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 Forever in the annals of the human experience. Forever. Fukushima is millions. You know, it's just like a guy I was talking to who's an anti-nuclear. He says, God, I never realized till yesterday that Fukushima's worse than Chernobyl. Hello? Hello? Fucking 4, 5, 6 full blown out fucking meltdowns. Holden's emails that said exactly what I said. I'm the only guy on earth that was even calling it one meltdown for a year and a half. You know, fighting for my ass off, trying to fucking fight San Onofre, trying to fight Indian Point, trying to fight Diablo Canyon, trying to fight Blue Castle right here, trying to fight the fucking Energy Solutions dump fucking site right here. Fucking, I mean, I look back on this 5-year battle of mine. I don't know how I've done it. I mean, I think about the amount of work that I've accomplished in this 5 fucking years while full of AML leukemia is impossible. It's absolutely fucking impossible. How many fronts have fucking I battle on, you know, these black and yellow horrors. And I did that video when I was in the bone marrow transplant center at LDS All But Dead in the April of 2012, 4 years ago right now. We did that. There was a little girl from the Ukraine in there, 22 years old, beautiful thing, amazing young woman. So her and I and another girl, 26, we were going to all do that together. Marshall was going to be in it. Marshall's the guy that got the first HIV injection. Feel good stories all over the world. I mean, he was in the room next to me. He and I went in exact same time. Amazing young guy. And so feel good stories. Oh, the HIV injection has worked because his body had rejected 2 bone marrow. He had acute lambastic leukemia. And he was into the same diagnosis as I had. I mean, it was horrible, and he's dead. You know, you don't see RT or anybody else these feel-good stories in the New York Times. Everybody reported, oh, feel-good, KSL at his house. Oh, yeah, he died in November. Not one fucking thing out. He's dead. You know, it's just like, oh, this report, it's all feel-good fairy tale fucking bullshit, so you have no accountability. Oh, it's all God's will. It's all the Illuminati. It's all orchestrated from above. It's the puppet. That takes away the personal relationship with the sea, with the earth, with the community. What it does, it lets you off the hook and becomes this lazy, abstract thing. You've lost your jewel, you've lost your light, you've lost your connection to the fucking sea. Thus, you're not human anymore. You don't participate in your community. You know, there's 40 million people live in California. We go to California to the hearings, you know, which you don't think one person can make a difference? Oh, please. I'm the first one to start screaming at them, you know, we're not going for your coastal commission buried on the beach of San Onofre. We got San Onofre. I mean, there's 10 of us there, and the most important issue in the entire state of California in history across everything. Ecologically, biologically, economically, you know, politically. Kamala Harris, fucking PV, the corruption, you know, moving around, it cuts across all. I mean, this place should be packed. They're not. You know, it's a lot of times it's me, and I don't live in California, but I understand the jet stream moves left to right. You know, I'm native here, so, you know, as I said, and a lot of people know I say this, ring around the reactor, pocket full of plutonium, chemo, we all fall down. You know, it's so sad. Tick tock, the Diablo Canyon, San Onofre clock. Tick tock, the Diablo Canyon, San Onofre clock. We all fall down. Look, this is you think about this in this country. So, with modern medicine, we have bypass surgery, we have organ transplants, you know, the Hickman line that saved my life. I mean, you think about the advances we've had through medicine. You think about it. And for the first time in all these decades and decades in the United States of usury, longevity is plummeting. Your lifespan is plummeting. You say, oh, it's just because people didn't take it. That's part of it, but there's a lot of very healthy people that are dropping dead. I mean, incredible healthy people that are dropping dead. It's the atmosphere, it's environmental, we've poisoned it. We've poisoned it, Chernobyl. Look, 9999, we. So I got run out of Geneva. I was at the World Health Organization. They're totally hijacked. The IAEA and the UN, Yalta by the Sea. Now, you think about, you go back to Yalta by the Sea, again, back to Russia, back to Chernobyl, back to FDR. FDR stood up to him, you know, him and Stalin, after, you know, they win the war, they divide up the world. Who's the odd man out? Of course Churchill's the odd man out. They didn't do it. Think about the Queen. Think about the Queen of England. Do you realize the Queen of England isn't even English? The royal family, the House of Windsor, who runs this, and all the nuclear mines, the power structure controlled there, from what, you know, the old Huns, they're old Germans, they're old Austrians, I mean, one inbred family. I'm sure Putin is related to Nikolai, the new Tsar. I mean, they got it all back 1914 year ahead when the Atlantic Conference, the UN said no royals, no royals. So think about Marie Antoinette. Yes, master, yes, master. His mother died of cancer, a downwinder in Kansas, open air test, fucking got her at 52 years old. Now think about this. He's on his globalist freaking tour, Obama. He's standing in Riyadh with the royal repressors who, Rockefeller's baby, Standard Oil put freaking the Saudi royal family in freaking power, took over the whole country, the most repressive place on the face of the earth. The Saudis, they still stone women to death in public. Please, these are your trade partners, just like in China, your trade partners. Here's Tim Cook. He's openly gay. By the way, his great-great-grandfather in Alabama was a slave owner. Now he's a slave owner. He's openly gay. They still execute people in China for being openly gay. The atrocities going China daily are so grotesque and so over the top. These are your trade partners. Get your toys, get your Apple gear, get your NCAA made gear. Go Warriors, go Warriors. You know, I'm going to get my shoes made by slaves. NCAA Slave League. NCAA is a group of freaking corporate attorneys. Energy Solutions, a group of attorneys. They're old Goldman Sachs attorneys. It's the same club, but you're willing to go along and participate. So he's standing there and gives a press conference in Riyadh at the exact week that the bipartisan bill is getting ready to go for vote in Congress on giving to repeal the Sovereign Wealth Immunity Act of 1976, which means, look, we live in the United States. We have the ability. We could sue. We could sue. That's part of our Constitution. Oh, sorry, I guess we don't. Patriot Act on Balco, mission accomplished. Fuck that. So, as they're getting ready to bipartisan bill to allow the families of the victims of 9/11 to sue the people that funded it, which we knew they funded it. Okay, you get into your dog. My mama told me it's smart. I got it all figured out because I watched fucking Alex Jones fucking 3 weeks in a row. Fucking forget it. Pathetic. You know, whatever. Let him sue and then we find out. Let him get into the domain. We'll find out. We'll find out. He stands there and says, you can't sue. You can't sue. Now think about this. Yes, master. Yes, master. So then he goes to London and he's telling people in London, he's telling, you know, the Brits, you can't vote. You can't get out of the EU. No man stands on an island. Direct quote from Barack Obama. No man stands on, right back at you, Barack Obama. No man stands on an island. When you covered up the Fukushima, one guy covered up Fukushima, one guy. Only one guy on Earth has the ability to tell the United States Navy to stand down. 32 ships went into a tomb like they did Chernobyl. Now let's remember, in Chernobyl, after 10 days, Annika told me, when her and I used to do all our work together in the 90s, she told me both their uncles. She says they just came to the door. They didn't ask, they just took them. She says they were 19 and 18. 500,000 men went in there and entombed that fucking thing. 500,000 they drafted, went in there. On day 10, Gorbachev, the real great anti-nuclear. By the way, his wife died of leukemia. By the way, I was in Vienna at the IA the day Igor died, the guy who got them incredible, you know how much risk Igor took in those photographs? He could have went to prison. You know, it's just like inside, you know, nobody will break ranks inside the Marine Biologist Departments of the United States, Department of Energy, the military, everybody stands down. It's like, you go back to Ellsberg on the fucking Pentagon Papers. How many people had fucking access? One guy stands up, Snowden. Snowden says the same thing. How many people have access to what I have? A lot. Who comes forward? Well, you can see why, because they kill you. You know, but you can't leak. Well, Cartwright, the 5-star Marine, came forward. So, as we go forward on this, look, how can people go along with this dog and pony shit? How can you go along with this? It's disgusting. They could have entombed it. They sent in 32 ships to entomb it. The U.S. Reagan, for instance, oh, we love the troops, we love the troops. They're getting it. They got radiated, 32 thousands of them. 800,000 military personnel in Japan. The Admiral says we want them evacuated, radiated. They're all dying. They sue in California. I'm the only activist there. First year. I'm the only person there besides the attorneys. For a year and a half protesting, activating. Cops all over me. Then, you know, Libby shows up. Myself, I've been hammering away. Nobody shows up. Right there in San Diego. No media, no nothing. They've captured it all because you failed to participate in your community. It's all above. It's orchestrated. It's the Illuminati. What a cartoon freaking cliche. Fuck, it's all fucking God's will. Fucking Johnny got my gun. When the gun, what are you going to do? Shoot off a radioisotope? It's so abstract. It's so unreality from the concrete, from the connection with Earth, because it's Fukushima now. It's Fukushima. Could have been a tomb. He told him inside the Situation Room. John Holder, Cal Berkeley, freaking head of the snake, the pyramid, told him to stand down. Barack Obama made the Navy stand down. They says, oh, we can clean it. They couldn't clean it up. And they killed the sea. This is the greatest event in human history. Fukushima, second greatest fucking event in human history is the fucking meltdowns of Fukushima. The greatest event in human history is the cover-up of Fukushima. You know, and these black and yellow media whores want to propagate. Look, they learned this playbook clear back from Hiroshima and Nagasaki. That fucking incredible, horrific nightmare. Oh, he's a commie. Fucking, he's a commie, Oppenheimer, because he want peace. He says, just kill the emperor. How does the emperor stand? Hirohito stood. He died freaking an old man. How does this guy commit these atrocities at North Korea, commit these atrocities in China, commit these atrocities in the Philippines, commit the Bataan death marches, commit these fucking incredible atrocities, Pearl Harbor? How can he fucking do that? And he walks? Oh, they pushed who? Wallace out? We got Truman, fucking Russell's baby, you know, Rockefeller's baby, Rosemary's baby. I mean, it's so outrageous. Let me tell you something. There is no ISIS. There is no Al-Qaeda. There is no Bin Laden. There is none of that bullshit. You know, Ayatollah is an asshole. You know, it's all made up fairy tale CIA freaking postured groom fucking shit to keep you in a fear complex. The royal family, who's not even fucking English, goes back to Austria. They got it all back. 1914 in your head. Boom. They fucking killed them. They left them standing. You know, they left them standing. They played long ball and they got it all back. We're a military colony. So then Barack Obama stands. You know where he is today? He's in Europe saying that you must vote for the TIPP. The TPP is not going to, something you can't even read, which makes slavery fucking legal where he grew up in Indonesia. You know? His own book says he was abused by the stepfather. You know, Bill Clinton, Rockefeller, his own book says he was abused by the stepfather. You know, this freaking guy, this puppet. Yes, master, yes. What an insult to Uncle Tom. Because you got to be black. He's not black. I mean, this guy's fucking whitey from Kansas. His father, the polygamist, all he did was plant the seed. He never fucking had anything to do with this guy. You know, the father who named the mother Stanley required the mother to go by Stanley. Look it up. Fact. You know, it's outrageous how this fucking easy, this passion and groom thing goes away. You know, in honor of Annika, you know, that Chernobyl girl. She was one of the first girls with that first group that went in. They went into, that's how Femin got it started long before it was called Femin. They were Ukraine girls and Russian girls. They went into Chernobyl, took their shirts off and held up signs to draw attention to the people of Europe. So here you are in France on one side of the river, says, oh, nuclear's great, great. Arriva going bankrupt with hat in hand at the IEA. I was there. I was there when the CEO of I look at their stocks plummeting. You know, Savannah River just doling out more money, Obama, to New Mexico. They're doling out more every day. Every time you turn like a new contract for nuclear waste, for MOX fuel, when they've already thrown up their hands, there's no revitrification. Every reactor's running illegally in the United States against the law. By law, had to have an answer for the hot waste. When? They still have no answer for the hot waste. There's still mass murder in Chernobyl. By the way, there was another explosion dump that we reported in 2014. Everybody said I was crazy, that a malicious fucking nuclear reactor probably blew in fucking the Ukraine. Well, now we know because of the reindeer studies in Norway are picking it up. Heavy spike in 2014 because in Europe they monitor, they watch. So 9999999, we. Francis, we on the other side, Germany will tell you that the great activists in Germany, they will tell you that it's killing upwards of several thousand people a year, every single year. You know, go to Austria. They're so anti-nuclear. I was at Freedom Eisenblar's house, the greatest anti-nuclear living activist on earth. She's dead now. Wow. I mean, they're so anti. They teach it in the schools this big. They get it. They understand. They fucking know. They know. You know, Germany, they know. The battle's on. You know, they know a lot of places in the world, the great activists that are fighting their ass off all over Asia. We don't get to see it because our media is totally fucking captured. This fascist, I pledge allegiance to the United States of nuclearism. It's outrageous, these fairy tale fucking stories that we've been sold. But you can be sold these fucking Americana fairy tale stories and these fucking boogeyman stories and this military obey consume. We make up less than 3% of the population, consume 40% of the GDP of the world. It's outrageous, obey consume. So you can go along with all this, you know, political theater, this monetary theater, this fucking structured fucking flag waving fucking nation building theater. But in the end, in the reality, it still comes down to nothing but the environment. The environment's the only thing that counts. The environment's the only thing that counts because when you're long gone, those mountains are still going to be there. The water's going to be there. Are the animals? Are the fucking trees? Are the... Look, Fukushima's the greatest event in human history. Chernobyl was the greatest event in human history. Chernobyl trumped it because it's so massive, or Fukushima's because it's so fucking big. You know, in honor of all those people that have passed away, you know, I did that with my central line hanging out. I was so sick in those fucking days. Nobody believed I could come out of here, you know. It's like I said, they thought we were all extinct, as intense, radical fucking fighters with knowledge, with truth, with passion, with dignity, with fucking honor, with a connection to the sea. They thought they took away everyone's connection to the sea. But like the ivory-billed woodpecker, the coelacanth, they thought we were extinct, but they found one. They found one. They found one here in Utah. They found one in the redwoods and sequoias of California. There's still a few around. We fight on. Tick tock, tick tock. The Diablo Canyon, San Onofre ticking clock. All them years of spent fuel sitting there on earthquake faults when the fucking wind moves left to right. The jet stream moves left to right. For we are round. We, Steinbeck, we simply went from the fucking we to the I. Kevin Blanch, we simply went from the we to the I to the capital we to the capital I, me, Cal, I, foreign, I, A. You know, hello, fucking apathetic. Catch a good vibe, dude. Fucking punks. You know, stand tuned in honor of all the people that Chernobyl has mass murder, and thank you to Gorbachev, and in honor of his wife who died of leukemia, in honor of all the, I'll be in Sacramento and I'll be defending, because they call it the consent. And I'm going to be representing Idaho and Utah, you know, and everybody who's passed from this nuclear crime syndicate, the greatest crime syndicate in human history, Barack Obama's a part of. I like it how you still think the Democrats are the party of labor. What's TPP? Who signed NAFTA? Rockefeller's baby, Roosevelt's baby, Rosemary's baby, Russell's baby. Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton still. Oh, I'm against TPP when she helped write TPP. Fucking labor. Fuck, please wake up, America. In honor of all these people, the nuclear crime syndicate, the greatest crime syndicate is ever. They've all mass murdered for so long. You know, I'm so sad. You know, all my friends that have passed. There was 40 of us, around 40 of us that went in that nuclear bone marrow transplant at the same time we got hammered right here. I'm the only one left alive. Marshall was the last. You know, they got the HIV, and Nancy. They both went in November. I mean, 4 years they battled. 4 fucking years they battled. And they passed. In honor of all of them, you know, I've watched them die. I've held their hands as they passed, including my father, including... It's heartbreaking. I don't know if you've ever seen anybody die. This heartbreak. But I want to say this to all the victims who have lost their loved ones. They didn't lose their fight. It was time. They got pure. They were good. And it only does take the good. I still have a lot of fucking work to do before I go. A lot of work. And, you know, that's who killed them. And I'm not going to forget who fucking murdered them. I'm going to curse in spite that I was ever born to set this right. I'll fight this to my last fucking day. You know, because it's the truth and it's reality. And you black and yellow media whores that go along with, that's exactly what you are. A black and yellow media, yes master, trading your biology, your ecology, your sociology for some fake pseudo de facto theology. You know, it's a lie. You know, you keep pushing the fucking lie that it's okay, it's not okay. It's the greatest evil fucking thing. Uranium mines, no answer for the waste, boiling the earth's fucking water, the cash cow. It's a fucking catastrophe. It's the biggest scam in human history. It's the biggest failure in human history. It's the greatest event in human history. Was for April 26, 1986, as I live to tell. For the light it shines inside of me. You will never take that from me. Well, it got past. 3/11. The horrible nightmare that killed the Pacific Ocean. Barack Obama killed the Pacific Ocean. Barry Antoinette, let them eat yellow cake. He raised the limits on your children 1,200 times. Fucking Gene McCarthy from hell. John Holden from hell. But the buck stops with Barry Antoinette. He fucking went along with the globalist playbook. Bill Clinton told him, just play along and you'll become a billionaire like me. And he's playing. Says it himself. Fucking, he's making the royal rounds. The fucking ass kisser that he is. The fucking boot-licking, fucking ring-kissing, fucking... Our forefathers are rolling. George Washington, fucking Thomas Jefferson, fucking Abraham Lincoln, fucking... Both the Rose, all of them. They're all rolling over the grave. This country was so anti-fucking royal. So he stands with the baby prince. That prince is named George. He's named George. When we threw fucking King George out, right? It was King George we fought. Read anything that Hamilton or Jefferson or fucking Washington or Adams or any of them said about him. Fuck Governor Morris, anything. You know, all the way up till just when I was a boy. Fuck no royal dead set foot here. They'd have got fucking strung up. You know, but he's over there kissing his future repressor. The fucking inbred fucking royal fighter. Just born into royal. Born into wealth. Just why? Because that's their bloodlines. And you're going to fucking... In the United States, the most anti-royal place in the history of humanity. The place that stood up against all inherited wealth, that stood up against all bloodlines, stood it up. That's your leader. That's your leader. Fucking sad. Fucking yes, master. Yes, master. Yes, master. Yes, master. Barry Antoinette, it's fucking disgusting. Barack Obama, where does the buck stop? The nuclear cartel, the madness. He could have stopped it. He could have entombed Fukushima, but he knew that would be the end of the nuclear cartel. His fucking bread and butter. Fucking where the deer and the antelope used to play in Kazakhstan. Ask Bill Walmart Clinton. Ask fucking Bushy Bandar. Fucking these globalist rats, and you failed to fucking stand up to them. Oh, I'm standing up to them. One person can make a difference. Again, to all Hanukkah, to all those people that Chernobyl fucking killed across Europe, you know, across the world, and now Fukushima. You know, I'll never forget any of you, and I'll fight for you. I'll fight for every one of you that's passed till the day I die. I will defend your honor. I will defend your honor. Stand tuned.